This is my selfie screen hack on my Nikon Z6. I actually really like the Z6. I bought the Z5 too, but that's really because I kind of wanted a more compact package and the selfie screen already built into it and some of the other little bells and whistles it had. But my Z6 has actually just been fine for a long time. There were only a few things that I was a little bit let down with, and part of that was no tilting selfie screen. I'm a one-man show, so it would have been nice. I tried things like the Atmos Ninja 2, but comparatively, you can see how much larger this Atmos is compared to the one that I'm using on it. This one is a 2-inch non-touch screen. It's actually the display mod for the Hero 8 Black, and it uses a micro HDMI. So I had to step it up from the micro HDMI to a regular size HDMI, and then an angled mini HDMI. It had to be just set up that way because that's how it'd be set up. Anyways, so it does give me the ability to do selfies. Now the mounting part of it, I had to sort of make myself. This is an L or a 7 bracket if you want to say, and I had to cut it down and just bought it from Home Depot, and I used some quarter 20 screws, and I had to get a cold shoe mount that I could screw onto it. It has a cold shoe part built into this little screen. Normally it mounts on the back of the GoPro and it flips down with a little swivel. But if you try to do that on some cameras, or at least on this one, like the screen doesn't fold down all the way, and it blocks things. It takes over your hot shoe, and I did not want that. So you have to have some sort of bracket, a cage, something or rather, so you can sort of relocate where it is if you don't want that to happen. Because otherwise, if you don't mind that, then you do have a you still have the selfie screen. Although the wire's a little intrusive, but it's not as bad as putting the Atmos on there. So I just put it into this little bracketed cold shoe on the front, and it really is not that bad. And having an angled cord means it's not sticking out sideways. And let me tell you, it is really difficult to find a cord. You gotta look at the way the cord. Some go up, some go down, some go around, and it kind of really depends. You want one that's not so long that it interferes with other stuff that's dangling off of there, but not so short that you can't be routed or creates a lot of strain on there. I had to do a lot of Amazon looking for these, and eBay, and I tried 2 or different 3 setups. I tried putting a plate off of the front, but this one just seems a little more compact. Anyways, so there are some caveats to using this little screen besides it not being a touch screen. If you'll notice when it boots up, what it will say, it's also internal battery powered. So it has just a little button on the side that you have to hold down and turn on. It gets supposedly a couple hours worth of battery life, and when it's on and you turn it on, it will say switching to 8-bit output because connected device does not support 10-bit. Does not support 10-bit output. N-log will be turned off temporarily. So you lose some functionality to it. But say you're somewhere and you kind of wanted to take a selfie, or you want to do some video recording, but you don't care about it being an N-Log, you just need something that you can do, well, then you do have this. The other thing is that, let's see, is that the screen is not reversed. So as you see, I'm moving my hand to the right, but the view is showing to the left. Also in video mode, I haven't figured out how to change it yet, but you'll notice that there is it doesn't say anything about all the different settings that are going on, like on the back. It doesn't say what your f-stop is, that kind of thing. Now it does say that when you move it into photo mode, and it works normal. So, and displays, there we go, there's a beautiful picture of my blurred out hand in phone. Anyways, so that is my hack. You charge this with a USB Type-C cord on the side of the screen, and you can leave it on for a while. Right now it's at 44%, or you could try to plug it into an external battery so that you don't have to worry about that ever. But I mean, I don't use it that much, but I do use it. It adds not a ton more bulk to it, but it does add something. I think I paid about $45 for the display mod, and they're plentiful to find, and then maybe another $15 or $20 in cords on top of the AliExpress little cold shoe adapter, and then a couple of dollars for this 7 or L bracket. And then of course the most expensive part besides the screen is the cage. But if you don't want to end up buying a whole new camera just because you want to do some self-monitoring, well, this is a good option, and I'm actually decently happy with it.